So first, there's a lot of support that goes into the festival, and it wouldn't be possible at all without a lot of our sponsors. And there's one in particular that I'd like to recognize. Please show some love to, is Terry here? Terry Huval from LUS Fiber. How about another round for Terry Huval from LUS Fiber?
Hello, bon après-midi tout vous autres, ici au festival. LUS Fiber, we're very proud to be part of this festival, very proud to be here in Lafayette. Thank you for everything that all of you do for our city. Bien merci et avoir un bon temps. Laisse le bon temps rouler.
Merci beaucoup, Terry. Next, I'd like to introduce Christophe Pilou from Le Centre International for the presentation of flags.
Bonsoir Lafayette. Okay, now we are going to present you the flags of the country representing the various bands and artists that are playing this year to Festival International. Et maintenant, nous allons vous présenter les drapeaux des différents pays qui représentent les artistes et les groupes qui jouent cette année au Festival International. Applaudissez-les. Welcome them. First flag, United States of America. Les États-Unis d'Amérique. Venezuela, le Venezuela. Nigeria, le Nigeria. Mali, le Mali. Jamaïca, la Jamaïque. Ireland, l'Irlande. Iran, l'Iran. Haïti, l'Haïti. Gambia, la Gambie. France, la France. Finland, la Finlande. Democratic Republic of Congo, la République démocratique du Congo. Czech Republic, la République tchèque. Colombia, la Colombie. China, la Chine. Canada, le Canada. Brésil, le Brésil. Louisiana, la Louisiane. Québec, le Québec. Puerto Rico, le Porto Rico. Prince Edward Island, l'île du Prince Édouard. New Brunswick, le Nouveau-Brunswick. Moussa. Acadiana, l'Acadiana. And last but not least, Lafayette, la ville de Lafayette. Please greet them, applaudissez, mesdames et messieurs.
Now I'd like to welcome Julie Williams to the stage for the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, guys. Before we get rolling with the rest of the program, I do want to point out, I mentioned there's a lot of support that it takes to put this event on. I want to thank all of our Amis out there. We have some Amis in the crowd? And our volunteers, if you see people walking around with a volunteer shirt, it takes 2,600 of those to put this on. So thank you so much for volunteering. And if you haven't volunteered yet, it's not too late. I want to point out our rain angels over here. Thank you so much, guys, for all of your support throughout the years. All of our corporate sponsors and Festival Local, and it really spans the gamut, what it takes to put this event on. So thank you all so much for all of your support. And the next I want to introduce to the stage is the new director of Le Centre International, Robert Melançon.
Bonjour mesdames, messieurs. Je m'appelle Robert Melançon et en tant que directeur du Centre international de Lafayette, je voudrais vous présenter quelques dignitaires visiteurs de l'étranger. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Melançon. I'm the director of the Lafayette International Center, and I'd like to introduce some foreign visiting dignitaries. First, from the Consulate General of Canada in Dallas, I'd like to recognize Aaron Hughes, who's out there in the audience somewhere, Foreign Policy and Diplomacy Service Officer. And I'd like to call to the mic to say a couple of words of welcome, Ms. Noella de Maina of Global Affairs Canada.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Ça va bien? Bravo! So, in the last 24 hours, I traveled 1,700 miles from Montreal, Quebec, to be here with you. And in the last 24 hours, I met some pretty interesting people. Imagine, in less than 24 hours, I've met an Aucoin, a Bouchard, a Blanchard, a Broussard, a Comeau, a Richard, a Landry, a Leblanc, a Thibodeau, and Ontario. So if anything, this explains why, as a Canadian being in the United States, I don't only feel among friends, I feel among family. So on behalf of the Government of Canada, félicitations et bon festival. Merci.
And now, representing the Congrès Mondial Acadien from Canada, we have the President of the Board, Ms. Claudette Thériault, and the Director, Von Madden.
Alors, bonsoir tout le monde. Très content d'être ici avec vous. Very happy to be here to share our Acadian culture with all of you. We want to invite you to the Congrès Mondial Acadien, which will be held in 2019 from August 10th to the 24th in the beautiful provinces of southeastern New Brunswick and in Prince Edward Island. We really want to give you a taste of this Acadian culture. You know the Cajuns, you are our cousins. We are from the same roots, from the same ancestors. I'm a Thériault, and also my grandmother was an Arsenault, so we're all related. So we invite you, on vous invite tous à venir fêter avec nous autres, à venir célébrer cette belle culture acadienne. And to get a taste of this Acadian culture, we invite you to our kitchen party on Sunday on this stage at 3:30. Alors, on espère bien de tout revoir l'année prochaine au Congrès mondial acadien. Alors, we hope to see you all next year in New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island in August 2019. Merci beaucoup et bon festival.
And from le Consulat Général de France à la Nouvelle-Orléans, the Consulate General of France in New Orleans, I'd like to recognize Ms. Béatrice Germaine, the Cultural Projects Officer. She's out there somewhere in the audience. And I'd like to invite to the microphone the Consul General, Mr. Vincent Siama, to say a few words.
Bonsoir à tous. Me too, like my Canadian friend, I feel at home here. So, je me sens un peu à la maison chaque fois que je viens à Lafayette. So it's the first time for me to be in this great festival. I know how vibrant this festival is. It's growing year after year, and we are so proud to be part of it. So I'm a bit excited to know what's going on today. You know, to speak French and to be part of the French culture here, it's not to be regretful or thinking about the past. It's more about carrying out projects here and looking towards the future. So I'm very proud of all the artists, organizers, sponsors who take part of this festival. And so I wish you all a very good and pleasant festival. Bon festival à tous. Merci.
Okay, and finally, I'd like to recognize Patrice Courtabon, the Chief Operations Officer of TV5 Monde USA, who's out there somewhere in the audience. So at this point, I'd like to pass the microphone back to Mr. Scott Feehan, the Festival Director, and I'd like to wish you a very good festival. Vive le festival, vive le français en Louisiane.
All right, guys, next we have a past president of festival to introduce a very special award for this ceremony. Please welcome Maureen Brennan.
I'm not quite as tall as Scott. Tonight, as we do every year, we present an award for Outstanding Volunteer of the Year. In actuality, this is always an outstanding volunteer of several years, this year being no different. We want to honor one of our own who we just recently lost, and that's Edmund Edmund Mouton, who actually joined the festival in 1990 and worked every year since. So he started out in security and did everything else as we went along. Let me read you just a few of the things he did. He'd take a week off every year to get ready for festival and help in setup. He became our #1 troubleshooter. And I can tell you from my own experience, you'd be in a panic, something wasn't working, you'd call Edmund, and he'd come with a great big smile, have it fixed very quickly, or get somebody who could do it. He worked on electrical issues, setup, portalets, you name it, he did it. He also worked food, beverages, craft vendors, and as he was bilingual, he served as a translator for artists and guests. On behalf of the festival, the board of directors, and the many volunteers who've worked with Edmund all these years, we want to present this award to his wife Sandra and his daughter Rachel, who are both here tonight. Thanks. They're shy, but we have a spokesman who will say another word for them. Another past president, Robert Benoit.
Not quite as shy as Sandra and Rachel, unfortunately. My dear friend and many of y'all's dear friend Edmund Mouton was a volunteer for Festival when I co-opted him in 1992 when I became president. He worked in security with my good friend David Mather, has been working since then doing troubleshooting with my other best friend Richard Reed Domang. They've done a lot. If they couldn't fix it, they would find somebody who did. Edmund's nickname was MacGyver Moody because if he had duct tape, baling wire, or whatever, he could fix it. And people of Festival, from the food vendors to concert staging, who sets up all the staging, they all knew that. And I would just like to thank everyone for coming out to Festival tonight and blessing Edmund Mouton, who unfortunately died a couple of months ago. He was my best friend, and he was the best friend of Festival International. Thank y'all all very much.
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Est-ce que vous pouvez dire bonsoir? Bonsoir. Le Code de Fil a 50 ans, 1968. Code de Fil was born. Le Conseil pour le développement du français en Louisiane, 50 ans. You would not be here today if it wasn't for Code de Fil. Code de Fil was one of the founding organizations of Festival International de Louisiane. Before that, in 1973, Code de Fil created the tribute to Cajun music, which later became Festival Acadien et Créole. And of course, you know about the teachers teaching in our schools. All of the teachers, we have some here. Bonjour. Where are you from? Oh, du Canada. Bonsoir tout le monde. Et là-bas? Oh, bonsoir. Merci d'être là aujourd'hui. Alors, on a le président du Code de Fil, Dr. William Arsenault is the chairman of Code de Fil, la directrice du Code de Fil, Peggy Feehan, et Festival International leur offre un certificat de reconnaissance pour les 50 ans du Code de Fil. Monsieur le Président.
Bon festival à tout le monde.
Okay, guys, next, it's a great honor for me to introduce to you our Mayor Parish President, Joel Robbo.
All right, I have great news. After I speak, the music starts. But last, I want to say that we need to recognize somebody. He was one of the original founders of the festival. He was a board member for over a decade. His efforts have created lasting relationships that have forever changed the landscape that we have with the rest of the Francophone community. And so it's with grateful appreciation that I present a certificate to Philippe Guston to recognize his outstanding contributions and service since the inception of Festival International. As a founder and dedicated volunteer, including serving as president in 1993, your service as an ambassador extends beyond Festival, having committed 28 years of your professional career to the growth of international commerce and the promotion of tourism economies through your work at the International Center, plus 15 years at Codeville, tying Lafayette into the worldwide French community. Furthermore, your partnership in the establishment of the North American Francophone Cities Networks will have lasting, positive effects for decades to come as the organization works to preserve the shared cultures of and promote trade and tourism along Francophone cities across the globe. This commendation is made on behalf of the city and parish of Lafayette, Louisiana, as a means of expressing deep gratitude for your personal dedication and devotion. Philippe Guston, a true Lafayette treasure, he came here to teach French and decided to stay, and that's what it's all about, and he has been an ambassador for us. So Philippe, I'd like to present you with this certificate of appreciation. Let's give a warm round of applause for 30-something years of dedication to Lafayette.
Thanks so much, Philippe. He said, man, you should have told me. We said, well, Philippe, we knew you wouldn't have come. So, special man. Are you guys ready for some music? All right. Merci pour être venu tout le monde. Bon festival.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Avant la musique, on va faire une petite prière pour commencer. Je m'appelle Père Keenan Brown. Je suis le pasteur à Basile, Saint-Augustin. I'm from Basile, St. Augustine Parish, dans Evangeline. Et maintenant, on va prier. Au nom du Père, du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Seigneur Tout-Puissant, nous te rendons grâce pour la bonté et nous te remercions pour tous les bienfaits que tu accordes notre grande famille créole acadienne qui ouvre le cœur vers le monde pendant le Festival international de Louisiane. Nous t'en prions de répandre ta grâce sur nous et sur nos temps de festival pour que ces jours soient remplis de joie, de bon temps et de l'amour fraternel. Et s'il y en a parmi nous qui souffrent, nous prions qu'ils puissent avoir un peu de paix et de relâchement. Par le Christ notre Seigneur. Amen. Et que le bon Dieu vous bénisse, au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Ainsi soit-il. Et bon festival!